Hi everyone, it's Raleigh, and today I'm planning my Hobonichi Cousin for the week of December the 1st. And I'll be using stickers from Coffee Monster Co. I really like the monthly design for December. It's a really cozy setup with kind of blues and taupes and grays. And red is going to be helping me, her little toes. You can probably tell from my voice I am a little under the weather, but I'm hoping that I can get through the video today because I really do want to post this. And today is December 1st, so I want to get this set up and I want to use it this week. I'm going to begin, I think, by putting, some of the thinner washi up top. This is going to be a very sort of my base level setup because, yeah, my mind is still a bit foggy from cold medicine, but I really am looking forward to getting this set up. So I think I'm going to use the little bits across the top, and then I will add, I think I'm going to use stickers for days of the week. But the other reason that I really wanted to do this today was that I did not post any of my weekly setups through November. And that was because I didn't actually do them each week. I ended up sort of, putting a little washi and stuff in, for each week afterwards, but I really didn't sort of use them as a setup. So I think I'm going to use these days of the weeks up here. And I thought I'd share why, because I think maybe everyone sort of goes through this. I had a really good September and October, and then November came and it just, I don't know what happened. It was just like a sort of wave coming over me, and nothing, significant was happening in my life, no big upheavals. I just felt a wave of feeling overwhelmed and and it was really a mix of sort of physical and mental, and I just didn't feel quite myself. And it does happen from time to time. So I just sort of went with it, kind of the first week, and then moved into the second week, and I was feeling the same. So again, I was sort of carrying on, but I wasn't, using my planner, the weekly or the dailies, and I was just sort of doing what I needed to do day to day. And I was still talking to friends and family and just sort of letting myself feel what I was feeling. Now, the third week in November, though, let me just see. I think I'm going to put the thicker one, I think, towards the middle because I really like this. So I think I'm going to do it, I think I'm going to do it a little higher so that, when I do things this week, it'll look a little more filled in. Okay, let's do that. So yeah, the first 2 weeks of November was just, not feeling quite myself. And then the third week, though, I was on vacation. And I certainly was starting to feel better. I actually did a setup for that week, although I didn't end up recording it. But I had a really nice week. I got to see some family and some friends. I had a little getaway. And then on the Friday, I started to feel a sore throat. And so that weekend and all of last week, I've been sick. So it's been, 10 days now. And so I am feeling much, much better. I was, really sick last week, kind of through Thursday, although I did continue working. I mean, I work from home and I did genuinely feel okay to work. I was just working a little slower and, not feeling great. I'd work a bit and kind of take care of basic things and a lot of just resting. But I did lose kind of the last 2 weekends, just sort of having to be home and resting. And it has gone on longer than I hoped, but I think there's just a lot going around these days. And so I'm just mostly fortunate that I didn't pass it along to either my friends I was with or to my parents who I was around as well. So yeah, that was kind of my November. Just a bit of an odd week. I don't know why, but I am feeling better despite how I may sound, and I was very much looking forward to getting this setup ready. So yeah, here we are. And I'm looking forward actually to this next month, of course, with the holidays coming up. I do have a couple weeks off over the holidays, so I think it's going to be really good. All right, so what else am I going to do here? I think I want to put something on the left just to fill in a little bit of that space. Maybe I'll use up some of this. So although I wasn't doing my weekly or my dailies, which to be fair, I haven't done in quite a while, I was jotting a lot of things down. I have traveler's notebook that I use for things. And so, off and on all month, actually, I've just sort of been making notes about things, sometimes about kind of how I'm feeling physically and mentally, but also just, plans, things that I want to get done for year end, thoughts about how I want to set up my planner for next year, which I'm looking forward to. So there have been some, I have had a little bit of time for that. Maybe I'll try this. I'm kind of a little bit trying to cover up some stuff that you can kind of see a bit of a shadow from the week before. So let's see. I also think it might be an opportunity to add a bit of color there. Let me just use this last bit here before I lose it. It's a weird little quirk of Ren too. She loves washi, so if there's any little bits around, she'll grab them. So we'll put that down, and let's see. I'm not sure about this blue. One of the things on my list that I do want to get for my planner stuff for next year is I want a couple more markers, and I do like this blue, but I kind of want a blue more like the one in the washi. So we'll put this in and see how it looks. I'm not 100% ready. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, I did end up changing that up. I had to stop a bit because I started coughing. So all I did was I just sort of doubled up that washi and then just used a sticky note and put hello December. So there we are. Okay, next up, I think in the bottom, I'm going to use the sticky note system that I like, because Coffee Monster Co. now has these sticky notes that are actual sticky notes, kind of removable. So I'll put a few to-dos because I'm not going to have a ton of them this week. This week I will be happy if I can get 1 or 2 things done in a day. I'm going to sort of ease back into normal life. So maybe I'll put 3 of these down. And I think there's some stickies that kind of match. Where'd it go? Yeah, so there's 2 blues and like a taupey that I think will go nice. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna put a couple of these down. But I really like the way that, just having the coordinating pieces and some coordinating colors without a ton of, effort, it can still look really nice. And I like this blue kind of heading into December. We actually have had snow lately too in the last, in November, I think we had once where there was like enough snow that stuck on the ground. And then actually over the last couple of days, we had it as well. But thankfully here, no big snow, which is good because I still need to get my winter tires on. But unfortunately, kind of outside of where I am, where my friends and other family are, there's been a little more snow. But I'm hoping there'll be a few more breaks so that I can go out and kind of do some visiting in December. I'm just switch that out with a more taupey one. There we go. Oh, I really like those colors. Yeah, because I definitely want to do some visiting. Last year, it started to be a lot heavier snow earlier, like in November even. And so, normally I can still kind of visit some friends and family in December and sometimes even January. But last year, I think the last time we saw many people was October. So I'm really hoping that we'll get enough of a reprieve that I can do some more visiting. And I'm going to use this sticker and just put the weekend on there. And I'm hoping, although my vacation was great, one of my friends I wasn't able to see, so I'm hoping that will work out this weekend. So yeah, I think this is looking good. It's pretty simple, but I like it. And I also have the large doodles that match. So let me try and find a place because I really like these. And yeah. And I really like, I'd ordered the monthly kits, at least for the first half of the year from Coffee Monster Co. So that's what I'll be using to help set up my planner for next year. And one of the other things I wanted to do next year, and I actually had it in one of my notes from earlier this year, was I want to start putting like, I like the look of like watercolor with like black lines. And interestingly enough, that's actually kind of how a lot of the designs look from Coffee Monster Co. So I think that'll be kind of neat. I'll have to see how well I can do with that. I'll put this down here. Yeah, I'm really liking this. This is like a perfect little cozy setup. So I'm going to start to fill in. I'll fill in a couple of the things and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. And here it is. I'm pretty pleased with the way that it looks. It's nice and relaxing, but it does feel good to have my setup again for the week. And yeah, I will show you as well kind of what I ended up doing the last couple weeks. So literally I just, slapped some washi down. I really didn't fill anything in last week. This was my vacation week, so there were a few things there before I got sick. And then for the 2 weeks before that, I just put some washi just so that there was something there. Yeah. So November, what it was. I'm sure there was a reason for it, but I'm happy to be here in December and hopefully have a lot of videos to share with you this month. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.